Alright guys, what's going on? We've got the 10th war of Season 38. Today, LVT is going to be facing Pycb. And this is a strong alliance. They've been a little hit or miss this season from what I understand. They're either dying like 4 times or they're dying like in the teens. So anyway, they banned Quake, Torch, APOC. Pretty standard. And yeah, let's go ahead and join here, and then we'll take a look at their map. So, going to be bringing in Omega and Sabretooth, obviously. And then I'm also going to be bringing in Thing. And I think that this was the smart move as far as like avoiding a like death or something like that. However, I think that this is going to kind of end up costing us. So, let's go ahead and join. I'm going to be on path 2 in section 1, path 7 in section 2, and I'm going to be taking Magneto on node 26. So this is going to be, okay, let's just go ahead and take a look actually. So most of their defenders are rank 4s, which they should be. When we matched for Loki, I think like half of their defenders, or maybe like a little bit less than half, were rank 4, if I remember correctly. But these guys have like everyone at rank 4. Like, you know, we mostly do too. We have, I think like 90% of our defense is rank 4, and these guys probably have like 99% of their defense is rank 4. So just looking around here, path 9, they put Havoc and Nova to deter a ghost, which is fine. Both of those are very easy for Angela though. And let's see here. Trying to look for anything. So there's that like Sauron on path 2 again that people are trying to trip up like Nimrod with. It just doesn't work. Like Spidey 2099 can take Sauron, and then also even if you sent a Nimrod, he finishes that fight in a single special too. Like you can, with the Power Start 1, you can get that fight down before anything happens to you. Null boss, of course. Everyone's placing null bosses. We finally got that one figured out after it cost us a few times in the beginning of the season. And I am going to be taking this Mr. Negative with Thing. And I'm actually going to fast forward through this fight because it is painfully long. Oh man, so here, if you don't have a buff on you, basically if you don't have a buff on you, you don't want to parry. You don't really want to parry Mr. Negative anyway, so it's just kind of like a little bit of a dumb placement. You can parry him, but you know, then if he uses a special one and converts light energy into dark energy, you're gonna get like reverse controls. So I just decided to play it stun immune. And Thing just, you know, doesn't hit super hard. He can once you get his furies built up. But here I'm going to go ahead and get parried, which is like super smart. So at this point I probably should have started parrying because he already has light energy. I'm just trying to push him to a special 2 here. Punish the special 2. And this is just kind of a long fight. Like for me, I just really don't love fights that go on for longer than like 30 or 45 seconds. Here I'm going to go ahead and throw my special 3. Definitely didn't need to do that. Could have just hit him like one more time. But special 3 it is, and put him in the burrito, toss him, and he's dead. So, very straightforward fight. Again, I'm not like 100% sure why he's there, but and this is going to be Wong, and I went into this fight with like kind of a game plan. I was like, okay, I'm gonna like switch up my combos. I'm gonna do like medium light combos. I'm never gonna get a placebo on me. I'm just gonna punish his special ones with my heavy attack so that, you know, I don't know, like I can like get spacing back, and yeah, it's not gonna happen. So and then anytime he's in like his blue phase, if you get a buff, he's going to go unstoppable. So this is actually pretty good placement. It wouldn't be if I had Spidey 2099, but yeah, so here he is going to throw the special 1. I did not punish it. And I don't remember why I was blocking that. I think I was trying to avoid like using dexterity or something. I was still kind of trying to like big brain this fight at this point. And then also once he gets up to 90 of his charges, like on his little meter there, you want to make sure that you knock him down before he gets to 100. So between 90 and 100, you knock him down, and yeah, he's not going to do like that big burst of damage to you. So here, just continuing to screw around with this fight, and it's about to go a little bit haywire, so right there, yeah, that got a little bit messed up. I evade his special 2. He's just, you know, getting unstoppable. He's charging his heavy. The fight's starting to feel a little bit out of control. So I'm going to throw my special 3. And then when I come out of this special 3 animation, he is going to throw another special 2. I've lost my invuln, so it's unblockable. It hits me, but, you know, it's Thing versus Mystic. It doesn't do too much. I had my 15 rock stacks and the fight's over. So far it's been a pretty costly war. I've already, in a very time-intensive war. Whenever I was editing this video, I put this clip in, and it was like 9 minutes long, and I thought it was a mistake. I thought I had done something wrong, but nope, it was just long fights. So this is going to be Magneto. So Magneto's here to deter ghosts. There I have a dropped input, always fun. So we've used like Omega Sentinel for him before, but the Conflictor is just so, it gives him so much power. The Thing I think is really just like the safest option. So, and normally we have somebody who brings in his rank 4 Thing that makes these fights a lot faster, but we needed him somewhere else, and he also kills our bosses for us. It's Carl, who's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to bring in my rank 3 here, and I'm just going to try to bait out special 1s. Should have fast forwarded this fight as well. But yeah, once he's in the corner, he becomes a lot more willing to throw the special 1s. I'm not messing with, like, you know, trying to get the spacing to punish them. You know, if this were a Battlegrounds match and like a little bit lower stakes, I probably would, but at this point I was just trying to be as safe as possible. And also, if you use Thing here, you should have guidance if at all possible. It literally just turns into like a duel. So, alright, fight is getting closer to being over. Thing, like I'm getting quite a few of his Furies. I'm up to 40 out of 60 of them. And you can see that his damage is wrapping up a little bit. And I do have on half suicides here. I have on double edge, not liquid courage. So probably should have put them both on just to speed these fights up. And okay, now for this fight, this is going to be Penny Parker on Spite and Rise to Power. This is very straightforward with Omega Red. I did remove Dexterity for this fight, and I did a duel to make sure that I could still kind of like just fight her like normal. But yeah, basically you just want to lock in your degen, and then she starts a little timer over there. You can see it's just like a couple seconds, and you just don't want to take like any blocked hits during that time. So right there, I could have countered that special 1 with a heavy, but I didn't want to get auto blocked and then punished. So here I'm going to lock in my spores again. And that should be pretty much all I need to do here. Fight is over in my preferred time frame of like 30 seconds. So here I'm going to go ahead and put Dexterity back on, and I'm going to take this Immortal Abomination on Aspect of Evolution and Kinetic Transference. This is also a very straightforward fight with Omega Red. Not too bad at all. So at the beginning here, I'm going to back off, and I'm going to wait for him to block, and then I'm just going to tap into his block, because I want, instead of him block hitting me first, like I want to have some spores on him first. Kinetic Transference can get really out of control really fast with Aspect of Evolution, and there's not a champion in the game that's going to survive I-Bomb Special 3, especially on Aspect of Evolution. So Here I'm going to lock in my spores one more time, pushes him to a special 2. And that's okay, but I'm just backing off and just waiting for him to die. So he goes down, and then my last fight of the war here, this is going to be a Kingpin, Aspect of Evolution, and Rich Get Richer. So this is pretty good placement. He doesn't really get buffs naturally though, but this node gives him buffs. Like when he is above a bar of power or above 2 bars of power, he gets different buffs. So I'm going to start out by triggering my Dexterity Mastery because I want to beat him. I want to be ahead of him on power. That way if I have to power drain him with the special 3, I can. So here I was trying to re-parry, but I couldn't get any of them to stick. Like I was just having a hard time with it. So he had a Fury. I'm going to go ahead and use my Dexterity Mastery to make it so that neither of us are gaining power. And before I even get to a special 3, he's dead. So very safe fight, very fast fight. And that's what makes Omega so good for some of those like riskier, like pretty much any nuke option is going to be super safe for like riskier fights like that or riskier nodes. Some fights, you know, you want to take slow and steady. Other fights you want to go fast. And okay, so we tied 5-5 and we lost on time by quite a bit. Which, you know, is just like one of the worst ways to lose. I just feel like we've been having such an unfortunate season. We just will have like 1 or 2 silly deaths, but overall we've been playing really well. You know, we've been going into these wars, like our average, I think for the whole season, if you include our first war against SAS that included like 2 disconnects and 11 actual deaths, you know, we're averaging like 6 deaths a war, which is a lot stronger than a lot of alliances who are ahead of us in the Masters bracket. We've just, I don't know. We just, basically we've come to the realization that we just need to be perfect and not underestimate any alliance that we face. So the war after this one just finished. I'm going to go ahead and record the voiceover for that, but let's see if we can turn it around. I've got my fingers crossed. Well, I already know what happened. So, all right, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.